Alright, now as you see in front of me, we have a little Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy for you guys. And I'm also wearing the suit because we are going to court. Now, what we'll be doing in this video is more than likely going through the tutorial case, so a little similar to the Rain Code playthrough. I will get back to it one day, I swear. I am streaming this on Twitch, so if you want to follow me on Twitch, link in the description down below. Also, you might see a link pop up in your face right now, okay? But without any further ado, I don't want to chat too hard right now. Let's hop on in. But also, for future episodes, you probably won't see chat above me or to the right of the game screen, so this is more of a pilot episode, if you will, ladies and gentlemen. As, hey, we do have a health warning. And some contents of this game are presented as initially released or reserved as the game originally created. Shout out Capcom. This game supports the autosave feature. Please do not turn off the system while the icon above is on screen. I would never do that. Alright? I would never do that. How dare you? Look at all the languages we got. We got some good variety. I'm surprised we don't have Spanish. But we got Dutch. Maybe it'll be in a future patch. Click the view button below to read our privacy policy online. No. Ooh, that was sick. That was sick, I'm not gonna lie. That was actually dope, bruh. Alright, let's look through the settings real quick. Let's look through the settings. Turn this on to enable story mode in place of autoplay, allowing you to progress through the game automatically. That's nasty. I would never do that. Alright, I am a lawyer. I am a lawyer for a reason. Okay, I think we're good with the settings for now. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. They cooked. Yo, they cooked here. They cooked here. Because compared to the Phoenix Wright trilogy, they definitely took their time with this one. Hold up. If you know, you know! Ooh, I love this game already, man. I love this game already, dog. Bro, this is actually dope. Well, it makes sense to make that one the thing for now. Nah, I'ma love this shit. I'ma love this. I'm seriously gonna love this. Oh my goodness. Bro, shit, we might not even get into the game, bro. I'll just stay here for the next 3 hours. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, let's hop on in. Let's hop in. Enough messing around, baby. Come on, Stormy. Stormy's gonna be my assistant during these trials. As she lays on my lap. Okay. Looks like we're playing some sort of poker. Looks like Texas Hold'em. Showdown time. You lose. Ah! Dead. Just like that. Just like that. You play 52 pickup, but now you gotta pick up the dead body. Nasty. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Hey, 420. Panicked, palms sweaty. I can admit it, I'm nervous. Good morning. Good morning, sir! You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Wound up, sir. No! I'm loose! I'm fine! A screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose that is to be expected. Your first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine! I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Course of Steel voice workouts. I'm fine! That explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech. Overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift got it, sir! I'm all over that drift! You bet your darn doodly-doodly-doo pants, okay? As it happens, I dined with them the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir! One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. I wonder who our client's going to be. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course. And so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. There's just no way. Oh my god, it's Phoenix Wright. Whoa! Good, morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial, nervous. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help. So, you're... Fine! I'm fine! Mr. Fine, is it? I do remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. And he's your friend, so why? You'll see. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. It's time, shall we? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think for next episode, I might pull up with the Bum Phoenix outfit. Like this, just straight beanie and hoodie. Cause I basically wear that already, bruh. So I'm already the Bum Phoenix Wright. Yes, sir! So, you know, I should try that out. Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice! Oh, justice is coming, alright. It's coming hard. Why did I say that? Rubber. Alright. This court is now in session. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is, ready, Your Honor. I'm going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice? Bro, this game looks... Yo, compared to Phoenix Wright Trilogy, this game already looks like at least 5 times better. Like graphically, it looks better. And I'm not really one to really care about graphics as long as the gameplay and the story is good. But bro, this game artistically... And this is your first trial? Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine. Really? Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you will be heading up. Will you be heading up this case? That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course, he wants justice. But to entrust this case to this greenhorn? Why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience. Fine. But does he have cords of steel? Does he have... Is he a throat goat like me? I don't think so. Then let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. Come on, Storm. Come on, baby. Here you go. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Bro, he's just like me for real. If I took the path of actually learning piano, because my dad wanted me to learn piano. Mr. Wright? How could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne. To think, I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains. Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see. The crime occurred at the Wait a minute. I have to say it, ladies and gentlemen. The crime occurred at the BBC, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him cold. Guilty, I say! That fella is guilty! A customer at the restaurant, you say? The defendant, you say he was... The pianist. For the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright? A pianist? A penis? Mr. Wright! I had no idea you were a penis. This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice. Now, why a bottle of grape juice is at a bar? God knows why, Your Honor. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's choice. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice, Your Honor. I apologize for my burden of ignorance. The court accepts a deadly bottle as evidence. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently, like now. Oh, yes. Yes, quite. Remember. Perfect. We got the photo. Yeah, that man slumped. Yeah, he slumped. Hold on. Gotta make sure we check every nook and cranny. Yeah, it's grape juice, alright. Okay. The court record. Right! I've heard of that. Use R1 to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right. Just use R1. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So the victim was a customer at the restaurant. But just who was this Shady Smith fellow? We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. A traveler? According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he has some sort of connection with the defendant? That too is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the BBC on the night of the crime. If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing?
This shit is fucking ass! Get this shit off the fucking airwaves! The fuck you say?
That doesn't appear to have been the case, Your Honor, although that was a really good impression. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. Oh, trust me, Your Honor. I've seen the way Phoenix plays at his piano. He is a good penis indeed, I mean. At least, not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. This fella sucks at card games. Unlike me, I'm a master rank at Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. As you can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second! Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself! Rubble! He's a two-time criminal! Rubble!
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
Objection!
He's a fucking thug!
It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. This was nothing more than an exhibition, if you will.
A competition?
Yes, of tests of wits, a sonic clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wet in blue flame, know its final outcome.
Come again? You say a lot of big words, Mr. Gavin. I'm not quite understanding.
The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present, but I am too familiar with your game, buckaroo. I know you all well. I know exactly what you are. And impress women, you can see that the court floor is drenched in coochie juice, Your Honor. So, could you please grab the bailiff to the side and tell him to mop this floor up? Thank you, Your Honor.
That will be our first order of business.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, that was too good. That was too good.
To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held on the night of the crime.
My pleasure.
This is it, my first trial. Here goes nothing. Here comes justice.
The competition. I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy. Well, I don't see any lies in that. A pianist who can't play piano? You're a lousy pianist.
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Well, let that shit happen to me, though.
Anyways. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination.
Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it!
Are you alright? You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where? They shooting!
Oh, Meiji, look, you a slave to a page in my rhyme book. It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too.
My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. I'm not a smooth-brained defense attorney.
You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher?
what to do. Could I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher course in cross-examination? No thanks! I'm fine! No need for help here, sir! I think I've got this one covered! I think you better do more than think. You know it, or you do not. I'm fine! The cords of steel are ready for battle! My weapons, press, and present. Find any inconsistencies, analyze the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright? As if! Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it.
The defense will begin a cross-examination.
We're pressing him on everything. Alright? We are too familiar with this game.
Hold it! Hold it!
You can hardly play. Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Yo, my headcanon is that Phoenix Wright just plays the Steel Samurai song that do 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 do. Like that has to be the song he plays for the people. Was that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of Penis is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large.
Then why are you really at the BBC?
My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table.
Hold it!
They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all.
Bah! Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine.
Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston.
What?!
I've played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I've never lost once. What? You see why the customers come now? I am the fucking Undertaker in that poker table. Okay? Matter of fact, I am the tribal chief. I am the head of the table. So, if you want to come at me at the table, you best not miss. Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is. I'm quite a draw. Wait, you never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? The room where we played and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? It has quite a history, actually. The BBC used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. But black market? All in the past, things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room.
A smoky room, gambling hoods? No. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad.
The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon that keeps watch from the small window. I can practically picture it now. Window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Hold it!
2 decks of cards? A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards.
There's something else I've noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there seem to be some... Oh, there are some lines scattered on the floor.
Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue.
As I recall, in poker, you make 5-card hands. see how it would be easy to cheat.
Yes, a game of hands. What do you mean by that?
This competition you're talking about, I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently.
That's right! It was a simple game after all.
Are you sure?
Huh?
You were not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime.
No, that's strange.
What's strange? What's strange is that I'm yawning. I'm sorry.
I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
Can't let that one slip by.
Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right. There's something I like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you.
Sure, why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony.
Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony.
Objection!
Objection! So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon? This grape juice bottle? Right.
So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Byrne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Objection!
No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine.
Excess yelling could damage the judge's ears and our case. But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant?
Well, that's true.
Yo, paid to me as like a top 5 objection, which is like, yo, it's like so funny, bro. It is so funny how his objection goes. Objection!
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down? What does that mean?
It means he was holding a bottle inverted. And there could be one reason for that. Whammo! Yeah. To brain someone with the bottle.
Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse. Oh, I see no problem, Justice. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see.
Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court?
I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now.
Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
It's crazy how Phoenix Wright has been on trial regarding murder. I believe 2 times now up to this point. One as a freaking college student and one as a grown-ass man.
Objection!
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something.
And what might that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police?
Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that...
Really?
Yes, well, according to the case file.
Oh, yes, I see that case file. Shady Smith, age, question mark. Estimated time of death, April 17th, between 1:45 and 2:15. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhaging resulting from blunt trauma to the forehead.
The murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from inside the house. I mean, the call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made this call.
The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet, he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about.
What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred? How can you possibly know this?
That's a good question. How indeed?
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
You're as good as they say you are. I know what you are.
So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? I'm quite blind.
I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns.
So I use a little hair gel. Relax, people. Oh.
Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. No one is allowed to be horny in my courthouse.
You are sure?
I swear to my gavel. Please, come on out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Well, if you are sure it is okay.
Now, the prosecution. Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's power from Nelia?
Yes. She is a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade.
That would be...
My name is Olga O'Reilly. Wait a minute. Olga O'Reilly? Listen, I've played Phoenix Wright for years to understand some of these puns. Olga O'Reilly. I am employed as waitress in a BBC restaurant.
Then why the camera?
Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht. That is the name of the restaurant. But I also perform, how did it said, other service.
I take it one of these other services is taking up customers' pictures.
Da. Like for example, this one.
That's the defendant.
Indeed. On the night of the murder.
Man in the white hat is one who has gone kaput.
Indeed. That is the victim. Order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
In the same way as I dropped cold bowls of push on the laps of customers. Casually.
Now the court will casually accept this new evidence.
interesting. Now, witness, where were you at the night of the murder? Let me see something.
I see something. I see something quite interesting.
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in room. The hideout, we call it.
Excuse me? The hideout?
It is room where famous gangster, bad guy, was arrested. It's room where murder took place.
What?
You're not of other surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. Data, photos will be numbered, and you will write which ones you want copy of.
So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga O'Reilly, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means...
Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events.
That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on, da. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible happened, da. That man flew at the victim, and is strangling him to death.
Come on now. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand where the contradiction is. Like, Larry Butts could figure this one out.
Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Justice. Maybe you could come up with a more legitimate objection.
But he hadn't lost in 7 years. Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose the case my first 7 years as prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay at the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
Duh. I mean, yes. Imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
I think he means poker face.
Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
I'm actually going to add the text skip option. There we go. Oh, fuck. I went by too fast. Yeah.
Objection!
Simple. Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Duh, noble customers only choke on bullshit.
No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. So really now, did you witness the crime? Nice catch, Olga.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hurt. He was wearing his head and everything.
Yet, is the fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Oh, God. Out here looking like Avatar Aang.
Here's a photo of the victim with his hat off during our investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hurt. This head. Bailiff, give this guy head.
But, I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss O'Reilly? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this one through once more. What do you mean? I found a contradiction. There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much? This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too. Stop talking shit, Brett. After the defendant tried to strangle him. Come on now. Come on. You know, there was one curious part in her testimony that Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean?
Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said.
I hope you aren't trying to raise an objection to the witness's grammar.
No, but look at this. Look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean?
If you're to believe this witness's testimony as hers, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. Actually, when you think about it, he's wearing the necklace, or he's wearing the locket. Although, in both of these things, it looks like a different locket. Also, Phoenix is 33 here. Good God. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it?
Ah! Rubber. Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Sir?
Yes.
I just noticed this spot. You have something hanging around your neck, don't you?
Oh, you mean this? Yes, it is a locket with a photograph inside. Wait a minute. See, the thing is, it's not the same locket, or it's not the same like wrap, but the part itself is the same. So Phoenix might be cooked. Yeah, Phoenix might be cooked. A photo of my daughter. Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? Alright, right on, shit. Oh my god.
My dog. Okay.
We confirmed at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
So, Mr. Wright has a locket. Why do I buy this? Why don't I buy that this is just a coincidence?
Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
Further testimony won't really be necessary. It is clear that the defendant lost badly.
Oh? Miss O'Reilly, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant.
Let's get this testimony cracking with the knacking, baby. The game began with 3,500 points and chips for each man. All chips come in two sides, small and large. The one who was winning, though, it was victim. For last hand, defendant throw all chips on table and lose. The moment the loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle and from table and... You keep saying this nonsense.
It does seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Ah, how many times have I heard these words? I've done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor. Now I regret what I've done. A common tale, but true.
He thinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Oh no. Oh no. I was undefeated in Budokai 3 until my friend came over and beat the shit out of me. I'm gonna press on this. You're telling me that Mr. Wright, undefeated for 7 whole years, was losing? Duh! It must have been the most unlucky day for him. I am glad I did not take another picture of him. It would break him assertively. The chips, they went always to the victim side of table.
So you're telling us it was a one-sided game?
Duh, one-sided end. Last hand? It was largest points of any hand. The defendant's hand, it was excellent. He tried to use it to take victory from behind.
It appears that both the defendant and victim's hands are in this picture. That is surely an excellent hand, however, so is the victim's.
Yeah. It's a bit suspicious, I'm not gonna lie. I think someone cheated. I seriously believe someone cheated here. What with the highest number wins, so defendant loses.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had a stronger hand than the defendant and crushed him. I believe that explains what occurred next.
Once the cards laid down on the table, it happened.
Hold it! And what happened next?
You to think of it now, I should get troubled now. I did not believe such thing would happen.
What such thing?
Please, you must believe me. I had no idea. How could such thing occur?
What such thing?
Niet. I saw what happened right before me. I saw a bottle coming down on the victim's head.
Decisive, isn't it, Your Honor? My witness saw the very moment of the crime.
Remember, the first goal is to gather information.
Yes, sir.
Without contradiction, here comes justice.
Hold it!
No, not special. Usual game, usual rules.
Each member got 35 points, then the total would be, exactly 7,000 points.
Jeez, this is a calculus. It's not even long division. Are the chips on this photo all the chips that were used? Duh! Of course!
Somebody's lying.
Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Yes. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips? Explain? What is there to be explained?
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fishing chips, not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle cop, not a...
Thanks. Now that I've pressed her, I better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars, rubles even? Yet, as I've been saying it before, it was game, not gambling. Or perhaps for capitalists to understand. 2 types of chip, 100 point and 1,000 point chip. Ooh, wait a minute. So, wait, wrong photo. So, if that's the case... Hi? Oh, yeah, what's up, Jalen? How you doing? Welcome on in. Trying to see the chips. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 600 red chips, so that's 600 points. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the big chips. That's 10,600. Somebody's lying here. Come on now, you can't trick me. It is not the money, dog. Justice. Sir! Did you find your comment interesting? I'm good, how are you? I'm doing... I'm fine! I'm fine. But in all seriousness, I am doing pretty well. Finally get to play Apollo Justice after so freaking long. You know, like, I'm loving the game so far. Loving the music. I love all things Phoenix Wright related, so I'm definitely going to be enjoying this journey. Okay. Same for me? That's good. That's good. Are you far in the game? Like, did you just start the game too, or are you like halfway through? In more ways than once, sir. I have added to her testimony myself.
Well, as an offense with the witness to add to her testimony.
Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. What should I was going with this?
Very well, witness, if you will be so kind.
Duh, Your Honor. I just finished the first case, but we'll be on the second case? Okay. I think for this stream, and for this video, cause I am putting this up on YouTube, I'm probably just gonna do this case, you know? Because I do have work in a bit.
Objection!
Come on now. So, but so far, like all tutorial cases, this case is fairly easy. You just gotta really pay attention to what they're saying here. You sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure.
I know what you are!
Thanks for the follow.
Hey!
You're a Ragoon now.
I fucking love how he says that. Yeah, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We do have anonymous follows here.
It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten.
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course. Duh.
Wait a minute. Oh, see, I was being goofy. I was counting the larger chips as the ones that were worth more. But now seeing it like this, Phoenix actually has 4,100, while the victim has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, so that's 2,800. 2,800, 4,100. That's 69. Nice. 100. Then wait a minute. Where's the final chip at? Where's the final chip? Same thing happened to me. I did the same thing. Okay. I'm glad we're on the same boat then. Cause wouldn't it make more sense for the larger chip to be worth bigger? Oh well. But at least we got to the same conclusion. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
The totals?
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 chips, 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value was 7,000.
Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see, 3 plus 1, carry to 5, divided by 2. Where you live?
There are, Your Honor.
Now,
Look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up,
How much is it?
do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? I believe I said it was 10,600. Come on, baby. 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. The math ain't mathin', sis. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Starting points were wrong. Chip count was wrong. Both were right. I'm gonna say both were right. Each man began with 3,500 points. If the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there could be only one answer.
Well, what is it?
The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones.
Madness! Utter madness!
Show me that photograph of the chips again.
There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips.
Why? That does make 7,000 points gettable.
No, it doesn't. What the fuck? No, it doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of it, 8, 9. That's only 6,900. So someone in this courtroom has the final chip. It's not me, obviously. I don't have any chips on me. But somebody here has that last chip. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out all by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Indeed, the victim can have a larger number of chips still. Ah!
Exactly. If the small chips are worth 1,000 and large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 41.
Bro, where are they seeing... Nah. I'm sorry, but where are they seeing 2,900? Unless there is a art error here, I'm not seeing 2,900 from Shady Smith. I'm seeing 2,800, but I'm not seeing 2,900. Now, this could be me just like overthinking, and the game just forgot to update the chip on the table. But somebody here is making an oopsie. Either Capcom forgot to bring in the other chip, or that missing chip is the missing piece to this case. Well, now it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible.
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning.
Yeah!
Now, Miss O'Reilly, you must have known the true value of the chips. Since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you?
Order! Order! The prison offender has lost his motive, and as we're supposed to treat never happened. We must ask ourselves whether we can trust the witnesses for.
Who said hold it? Who said hold it?
Excuse me, what is it, Miss O'Reilly?
I did not want to be saying this, but it's actually, you see...
See what, Miss O'Reilly? What do we see?
In the last hand, there was cheat! Someone cheated? I wish I was surprised.
A trick!
Wait, what do you mean? A scam?
They're all the same thing. Yes, there was cheating last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are. Great. Just great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Next comes stealing, and we do a little Viva la Raza! Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. Pretty interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final round.
The last hand, both men had full house. Matter of fact, I did say somebody was cheating, so I'm on the ball here. There was 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, the game becomes argument, duh. The defender's trick was exposed. Yeah, because it is suspicious how both of them got full houses, and they both got, like, equally different suits. He took a bottle in his hand. Poor Mrs. Smith. You keep bringing up this goddamn bottle. This bottle does nothing. Excuse me. I apologize to the court. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
The Full House is a very high score now. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin? What's a full house? You telling me... How old is Apollo? Damn it, we don't have his profile yet? Okay, I'm assuming Apollo is a teenager here. You're telling me you never seen poker before, like on TV or even your computer? Jesus Christ, dude, you have to know. Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker?
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career.
What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice. You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards of the same number make a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand of 1 pair and 3 of a kind. That's a full house. Wait a minute. Wait, I never got the deck of cards as my evidence. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hands in this photo.
Wow, they both have full houses.
We forget. There's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
The defense may cause us to have a witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat? I personally believe both players cheated. Both men have full house. It is quite hard, duh. It is making a pair and a 3 kind at the same time. I guess that's right.
Very difficult to be sure. I take my word as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
Very difficult, duh. But it's not impossible. Okay, full house, hard. One question ain't waste of time. Don't need a question. How was it clear? Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace. A 5th ace? But there's only 4 aces here. A 5th ace? I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. Oh, wait a minute, that's a quick contradiction because right here it shows Smith with the 3 kings.
Obviously, cheating was afoot, or perhaps I should say, a hand.
Your Honor, perhaps it should be added to the testimony, without Mr. Payne's joke.
Very well. The witness will add his detail to the testimony, please.
Good cop, good cop, good cop.
Objection!
Immaculate cab. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name... Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony.
That's the photo of the trips, is it not?
Justice. Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can apprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo.
Very well. Very well.
Take that!
Miss O'Reilly, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused.
You can't confuse an ace and a king. It's not impossible, it's improbable.
Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the third ace in question.
Objection!
Nope. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's his 5th ace? I see cheating, alright. It's going on right here in this courtroom.
Rubble, 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 rubble. Cheating, rubble, rubble. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen the 5th ace. It was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You have to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin, who knows what lies in store for us in the trial at hand? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
The cards?
Mr. Payne,
Yes?
the players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? The victim's hand. It was the victim's hand that changed over the course over the witness's testimony. The defense requests to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Alright. Da, 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 da. Ooh. Ooh. Only one of the cards has a blue back. Much more of a red guy myself. Blue is so not red, you know? Well, we got our answer. 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 Big dog. I already looked at it. Big dog. Big dog. I quite literally just did this 5 seconds ago. Your Honor, look at this. What are the victim's cards? The back is a different color.
Eh?
Hey, man. Hey, man.
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand.
What was that, Miss O'Reilly?
No, yet. I really said, duh, I have ink.
Your Honor,
Mr. Gavin, yes?
tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
To cheat.
I'll tell you. Only one really needs a friend. A comrade, shall we say. The dealer. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss O'Reilly? She's the cheater. A professional, I wager.
Rubble, rubble, cheating, cheating, rubble, rubble, Russian rubble. Order, order.
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, whoa. Of her mistake. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand.
Ergo, Miss Oglo really conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine altercation between her and the victim.
Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness Miss Ogre really hard?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness Miss Ogre of murder. Oh my gosh, she fainted. Hey, at least the Porsche, the Bosch is still intact.
Mr. Payne, where's your witness Miss Ogre really?
It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice,
Your Honor,
it seems you presented new possibilities in the court. One suggested a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
and that means
This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
What?
I did it. I held out.
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Objection!
Mr. Wright? Can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense are the defendant spewing now?
Think, what if the cards had a different colored back? Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the fact about the game that fateful night.
As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before.
The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. We used different colors and they still got mixed up. We used the red deck for the last game.
I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have the impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Wait. He said something about blue cards. Now how the hell would he know?
Whatever. In the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix, which means there was cheating.
Yes, a card submitted to the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo. Yes. Let's consider the first question, shall we? In the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped.
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped? But looking at the court record... If according to Phoenix, according to Olga, Mr. Smith had 3 aces, and Phoenix had 2. But for some reason, there were two aces with both people. I want to say they got swapped after the murder. Perhaps it happened after the murder?
Objection!
Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible.
Oh? Even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pull that during the game, you'll be caught in no time.
Ah,
Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder. Something went down the wrong freaking windpipe.
okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with Wright! And Wright makes me crazy! I ask again. What's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do such a thing?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us.
There's another.
Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game and the murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga O'Reilly. Okay, so who was it who swapped the red card for a blue? Someone else. The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga O'Reilly either.
What are you suggesting? Are you suggesting perhaps there was a hidden fifth person among us?
Well, let's see something here. That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As a defense, I think it would make sense for you to name Miss O'Reilly at this point. Yes, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping her own color card.
And if the card was swapped during the game, it will be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my apologies. Your Honor, I was just thinking how much fun all this is.
Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card wasn't a defendant, and it wasn't Miss O'Reilly, then who was it?
Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction.
A new direction?
We'll find that indeed, after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand, and that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're gonna tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card, because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime.
What?
Rubble, fourth person rubble.
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials. Ridiculous, Mr. Wright.
The trial has proceeded on one central exception. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there was only 3 people in that room.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption.
The problem is that you chose to conceal the information from the court.
I suppose that is a problem, yes.
Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes. Now get the fuck out!
That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of a crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well, now, I think you would know the answer to that. Be mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I only ask that you be defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee you the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph. Justice. Yes, sir! The judge is sending me to his chamber, so carry on without me. I believe I have robbed the lions. Yes. Yes, you have. I hope you're proud. You did well upon it. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? You're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can take a look at it. There's a picture of my daughter in it. Aw, she's adorable. I robbed the falcons too. I got no remorse. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you meet her one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago? You know what happened 7 years ago? What I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think that I might cheat. I never, honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. Eh? You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker, it's like trial law. Figure out your opponent. Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding! That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly? I've never noticed that. Seriously. She was just back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No. Come on, who noticed that? Words, habits, switches. It's all information for the reader. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me. And now I pass the secret on to you. Bullshit! You've never noticed that. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can't do it. Huh? Just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? But you will. Soon. Almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know. I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. What? I knew it. I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power. My, power? I had no idea my courses were that special. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. To be continued. save sauce we got? We got 10 of them bad boys. Hell yeah. Well, we're not ending the trial here. We are not ending the trial here, ladies and gentlemen. But, for those watching this YouTube video, that will be the end of this YouTube video. I will catch you all for part 2. Peace.
Game over,